Hello there, this is Lame Old Ben, and here's more Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Time for the joy of getting the observatory operational, I believe. Or wait, we're still back here? What? When did that happen? Or nope, we're going to the observatory, okay. This type of... I don't know what this kind of intro thing is, but it makes me think of Fallout a little
Mount Redtooth. Its top littered with man-made eyes that stare into the endless depths of space. Tonight, the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether.
The ether of doom. Okay. And why did they have to make the map look like that? Oh well. So, okay. So main observatory, north observatory, east observatory, all that sort of stuff. So that's what that is. All right. But we need to go through, get the papers,
As history
get the
repeats
stuff.
itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
And there it goes with sabotaging the cooling towers again. Oh, come on, already. Would they be tossing anti-fire things, or what? Or no, that would just be a prepper, wouldn't it? Prepper zombie. Alright. And the paper looks to be over here. Let's see, function F5. Success! Or is it?
As a storyteller, my first real love was crime. And it was in that genre that I finished my first novel, starring the perpetually miserable Alex Casey, whose entire life was a wound that never healed. The books sold as fast as they hit the shelves. I wrote 5 more Alex Casey books, and they all were bestsellers. I became rich. I became famous. Success brought pressure, and I didn't handle it very well.
The name Alex Casey makes me think of the character John Casey in the show Chuck, whose actual name in the show, it turns out to be Alex Coburn. So, I don't know. I don't think that's a thing. It's probably just like going after common names rather than being like, you know, the... what's his name? Baldwin's character? The guy who played Jane in Firefly. But yeah. Oh, looks like there's another sheet here. And let's read that. So, Dr. Meadows. Oh,
When
right.
Dr. Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael, telling her to hurry to the observatory, she didn't waste any time. It had been a nice party. She'd had a good time, but her social life would always play second fiddle to the mysteries of space. Michael never showed up, of course. He pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at the time. The phenomenon in the sky above her was too fascinating.
Interesting. Alright. Oh crap, I didn't need to do all that. I just should have pressed function F5 again rather than pressing escape a bunch of times. Oh well, inefficiency. Let's check over here just to be sure we don't have anything else lost or unfound. Oh well, doesn't seem like it yet. Alright, time to get her car from the spiders. I'm sure they would love to keep everything there, but yeah. The light's going out. Wonderful, wonderful. Alright, back this way again. Time to run, flee, and panic. Remember to remove the darkness first. Ah, there you are. There you are. Avast there, mighty. Free doom for everybody. Alright, so it looks like we have a couple more sheets. Okay, pick up Manuscript of Doom, and it is Cosmological Truths of Doom.
There are places where our world is worn thin, and another reality brushes against ours. One such site is Cauldron Lake near Bright Falls, Washington. But there are others. That other reality is dark, vast, and malleable, always in flux. In its depths dwell vast forces and alien energies. They're dangerous. But in one of these places, if you know how, you can channel the power of that place and use it to shape reality.
Okay, that sounds like, you know. But whatever though, it's the story. Genesis of Mr. Scratch.
I've seen the enemy, and it's me. I've faced dark horrors before, things that live in the unimaginable pressures of the world beyond our own. Sometimes they masquerade as humans. That's what ultimately lurks inside Mr. Scratch. He's every mean-spirited tabloid story about me. An evil caricature. A creature formed in that vague territory of misconceptions, half-truths, and the dark imagination of people who heard a story about me. An urban legend made flesh. A serial killer. My dark half. Brought to life by the power of Cauldron Lake.
I don't think it's a real thing, but in the show Supernatural, that reminds me of the monster called a tulpa, which is just, you know, popularity creating a demon thing, basically, or a demon taking on the shape of something that's become like a popular form of something to fear. Something along those lines, anyway. Now we need to get over there. I think the car lot's somewhere here, I don't know. I'm gonna walk around, find everything I can anyway. So if we happen to go the wrong way, it just means more stuff to find. Yay! Let's keep on looking. Keep on finding more doom and bringing more doom. Over and over. Here's some flashbangs we'll need to use immediately almost, right? That'll be fun. Let's switch to the well, this isn't the boomstick, it's a rapid fire thing. Well, no, not rapid. Oh, whatever. Medium range engagement device. So yeah. With a scope, it could be a long range engagement device, but it's just pretty good. It's an M14 in a video game. In a video game. Looks like there's another paper here. Here we go. And function F5. Nature of stories.
Stories come naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remembered childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters we know and love than the random people we pass on the street. Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables.
The thing is, fiction itself isn't a lie per se, it's just hypotheticals. But yeah, there's still objective reality regardless of however many hypotheticals we might consider.
The atmosphere in the projection booth at the drive-in was charged, almost unreal. Despite that, the air felt cool and refreshing this late at night. It'd been a hot day. The summer was nearing its end, but it wasn't over yet.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I live in Texas. I get way too familiar with the concept of warm weather. I can guarantee you I don't like it though. Even though I can get used to it, it's like, how about no? I'd rather live where it's winter. I'd rather live where it's perpetually winter, like Antarctica. Or even somewhere like Russia. Somewhere cool. Well, not like perpetually there. There's there's plenty of summertime over there as well even. But it still would be cool to be living somewhere cool. Texas sure isn't it? Well, to take in... I mean, Texas does have Whataburger, but I'd also like to be a vegetarian again someday. It's just, well, anyway, whatever.
The Taken may well be the tool the darkness favors over any other. At some point, they used to be human, but whatever humanity they once had is long gone. Now they're just shells covered and filled by darkness. The taken Mr. throws at me are more grotesque and varied than the ones I first encountered in Bright Falls. But I know how to deal with them. I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me. But I've survived worse. I can't let them stop me.
Yeah, I played Dead Space 2. That was worse. But, I don't know. If I were facing these things IRL, I'd be like, yeah, let's get way more batteries and a flashlight that doesn't run out or break or whatever. I don't know, something. But it's like, yeah. Well, I don't actually eat Whataburger that much. And, well, what a burger. Although in Texas the pronunciation is usually like Waterburger, though, even though it's stupid for saying it that way. But that's just how everyone says it, Waterburger. But when I go to Dollar General, sometimes I'll buy like the 3 for $4 cheeseburgers there. They're probably full of cancer, but hopefully they're not full of bugs at least yet. Huh. We can jump over that. Okay. Ah, here's the car lot. And what was this here? What is this? Hunting rifle. Don't want it. I have a hunting rifle. This is in a video game. This M14 works plenty fine as a hunting rifle. I mean, if you are bad at aiming and can't bother to do that, this will certainly give you a few more chances each round. Yeah, for goodness sake. Okay, yep, they are going all crazy about that. Here's a manuscript page of function F5. The darkness.
The darkness rose from the depths of Cauldron Lake and took Alice. It needed words. It needed me to write its way into our world. She was leverage, a hostage. I complied, but with a twist. I put in a loophole that gave me a chance to fight back. I was hunted by shadowy enemies, but I faced the darkness. I fought it with light. I drove it back. I saved Alice, but it came with a cost. I was trapped in the dark place below Cauldron Lake.
Dun dun dun. At least you're not aboard the Event Horizon. That would suck. Oh well, here we go with this joy. Let's switch back to the SMG. Alright, here's the camera for space. Time to run through the spiders yet again, right? Or is it yet? I thought there were spiders. Either way, I'm running. I'm not... Oh, come on. The fake bird things again? At least I don't have to deal with them in bird form. I don't like that. I don't like having to do that in the first game. I don't want to see birds harmed. That's not right. But whatever, though. Onward to this portion of the game. The joy. The joy. Joy, 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 joy. Oh, what the heck? Again? Freaking fake birds. Now get into the light, dudes. Fantastic hamsters in disguise. Well, they're far more terrific in the other game. I'll tell you what. Now we have ammo inside. Okay, and we still need to fix the cooling system, right?
It's you! How dare you! No, wait. It isn't you, is it? I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, let's see. The jerk wants to start talking at me. Here you go. You can start talking, and I'll start not listening. Yeah. Shut up. Enjoy not having an audience.
Forgive me, but this feels very strange. It's
Seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
Yep, let's do that. Let's see, does she want to talk with me first? Oh well, let's go, I guess, fix it and then talk with her and then face enemies, or both?
Really a workhorse.
Alright, here we go. Hopefully not getting smushed. That would be extra crunchy. Wow. Here we go. Yay.
I think we can give this a go. Although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me
Do
think.
you
If they're
remember?
sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
Alright, here we go. Talking with Dr. Rachel Meadows, the space doctor. When we've gone back in time, maybe she'll be the new Doctor Who.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before. We're caught in a time loop.
That's utterly insane. How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I. But I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
And
I realize that you have trouble believing this.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand. But for all I know, I'm simply delusional.
But it's not just you. I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance, and the fact that you're trying to convince me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a psychotic episode, Doctor. For what it's worth, I'm a skeptic by nature. I completely understand your reluctance to believe me.
There are people caught so deep in their psychosis that they retroactively manufacture memories and beliefs that conform to the situation at hand.
Sure, but you have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point, if you want to get something done.
alright, so let's see, anything else where we can interact with? It's a printer that'll print off a couple more lines of the signal. Come on, okay. Here we go, back downstairs. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Secure the things again. Alrighty. Onward. Back to the Joyland of Doom thing. And, alright, the jerk stopped talking on that. Cool. Okay, so the first one, is it over here, or do we have to go... Okay, we're going to a different area now. I did watch Veritas 399's gameplay of this, so I have some idea of what's about to happen. But, yeah, okay, we're going to there, alright? Okay, so where do we need to go? Let's see, where is this place? Did I see this before? I'm gonna look here, see if we can find any more papers, like that one over there. Yay, there's one. Where's the others? Alright. Well, that was a waste. Sort of. But we get free ammo, so it doesn't matter. Function F5, let's see. Lost in the dark place.
After my disappearance, they thought I was dead. I might as well have been. I know it's been 2 years. I know Alice has moved on. I've tried to find a way back to her, back to my life, but escaping the dark place is almost impossible. Time does strange things here. But dreams and radio signals can pierce the veil between the worlds. I catch glimpses and echoes of the world. Sometimes I send messages out. I can only pray that they hear them.
Okay, and function F5. Let's look at the sky. What's wrong with the sky that they're looking at somewhere? I don't see any phenomenon myself. I don't know the map of everything though, so I know a few constellations, but not that well. Like anyone can see Orion and the Big Dipper at least. Sometimes I can spot Mars, but Mars is red, so it's like, who can't see the red dot in the sky? But yeah, anyway. Would be so cool to actually live there eventually, if that's ever possible. And not just a pipe dream held as a future 5 decades away or a zillion years more or some other crap. Where'd the other one go? What? How did I... Wait, what? I thought I only got 2 of them. Alright, well, not complaining, but that seems like I missed one. Did they just go out of sight? Stealthy shadow creatures. Wonderful. Or I accidentally fired at them. Maybe they were hiding behind the other one, or something. Or they got too close to me while I was firing at the other one, and I just didn't see them. Because I'm good at being obtuse, I guess. Okay, here's this crap again. Well, that was overkill, I'll tell you what. Oh, come on. Go out, my stinking prepper dude. Up here. You're now extra crunchy. Congrats on all the joy that you've managed to provide.
These beings hate the light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way.
Oh, yep, here we go.
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
All right, I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
It is angry now, isn't it? Is it gonna try to destroy stuff elsewhere now?
I guess they didn't like that.
Yeah, that seems about the case. Okay. Ah, crap, how can I get over this? Ah, the joy of needing to go back upstairs again. Or is there a route here or anywhere? Looks to be an ammo cache here. Yep, cool. Yay, more free doom seeds. Well, let's not keep firing munitions around the nitrogen tanks. That could be really cool, really in a hurry. Of course, like, it's not as dangerous as it could be, but, yeah, still. Yep, that would be a thing. Oh, good grief. It's interesting. interesting how the light just simply disintegrates this crap. Where'd it go? Like, once the darkness permeates it, it seems like it weakens the overall structure, basically. Something along those lines. Like for the book Station of Darkness that I was thinking of making, I'd have a space station basically that has a wormhole generation thing. Oh, for goodness sake. But the structure that makes the wormhole, like having the quark glow-on plasma inside a containment field within the tetrahedral arrangement of electromagnets and a gigantic capacitor array or something like that. It would, after the wormhole's made, it would sort of like be part of both places, half there, half nowhere almost, or half the other place. What's that? Nope, not the last one. Dang it, too late, too early. Alright. Oh, what the heck? Alright, there, finally. Okay. I don't know exactly how it would have to work, though. Combat shoddy. Is that going to be like a SPAS 12? I don't want to spend 40 manuscript pages on that, though, when I can save up for the M15. Ah, good grief. One less. Travels too. It's funny, like in Project Zomboid, whenever I get a full auto thing in the game there, I'll switch it down to semi-auto mode so I'm not as wasteful of ammo. But the other guys playing on the server, like, I thought that was full auto. It's like, yeah, it is. I'd like to not just be stupid with ammo if possible, though. You know? Let's get to the ammo here in the game.
It's working. Please, come up here.
Will do. Let's make sure we have some more Doom to bring, though. Because it's gonna be some doomy time here. I think. Come on, or is it not this round? I don't recall. I guess it's not. Interesting.
Find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
Alright.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes. I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
I think
See,
she's an
I believe
ISTJ.
this? Why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against us, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be angry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
Yeah, I think he's more likely an INTJ, and she's an ISTJ. That would be my guess anyway. Although he could be an ISTJ who's just used to
Another
this.
signal fragment.
It's his experience
The
now.
message is still not complete.
But being willing to
But it's
take
another
guesses
piece
is not
of
something
the
they do
weapon
that much.
He has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
And no offense to any ISTJs out there, it's like cool to learn by experience. That's a good way to do it for being certain of things. Guesswork is guesswork, but yeah, sometimes you never can be certain of facts, and guesses are all that
The
you
last
have.
time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well.
Especially with
He hopes to
dystopias
avoid that
increasing,
fate this time.
facts are even more
He
uncertain.
hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here since we've gotten to the diners, drive-ins, and dives. No, it's the drive-in, just the drive-in. Well, I mean, there was a diner. I don't know what a dive is, though. Anyway, calling it a day. Take care and try to not go crazy.